Welcome you back to Black Side Sports, and we're going to talk about a college basketball player some of you may not know about. But he was the number one high school player, Emoni Bates. And there's a story behind him being suspended and he's facing gun charges. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Emoni Bates was the number one player in America, AAU player, a superstar, considered the next Kevin Durant. While in high school, his father pulls him out of high school early instead of letting him continuing to play his senior season. And he moves him on to go to the University of Memphis, down with Anthony Hardaway. When he got to Memphis, he wasn't ready. He became a bench warmer. Some called him a fraud. Some said he couldn't play at all. So after his year at the University of Memphis, he goes back home to Ypsilanti, Michigan, Eastern Michigan, a MAC school, and he wants to play there. But you know what happens when you go back home? Trouble follows. Now I'm going to read you this article from the Detroit News about what happened with Emoni Bates. Eastern Michigan University basketball player Emoni Bates Wayne, a one-time five-star recruit. I'm not just saying five-star. I'm talking about the number one player in America, is facing gun charges after he was arrested during a traffic stop Sunday night at Washburn County. Bates, 18. Now remember, I told you he was pulled out of high school earlier to go to college. He has already played 1 year, and he's still 18 years old. Bates, 18, faces 2 felony gun charges in Washburn County 14A1 District Court online court records show. One charge is for carrying a concealed weapon. The other is for altering identification marks on a weapon of a firearm. Both are requested by Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office. Bates was suspended from practice and playing privileges at EMU, Eastern Michigan University. Athletic Director Scott Weatherby said in a Monday statement, "We are aware of the situation involving men's basketball student athlete Emoni Bates." The statement read, "Eastern Michigan University takes all allegations this nature very seriously. Per departmental policy, he has been suspended automatically from practice and playing privileges until the legal proceedings are resolved. Because this is an ongoing legal matter, the university will have no more further comment at this time." The sheriff's deputy stopped a vehicle at Superior Township at 10:43 p.m. Sunday after driving failed to stop at an intersection of Nottingham and Clark Roads. The Department Director, Community Engagement, Derek Jackson, said Monday in response to a question about Bates' arrest. During the investigation, a firearm was discovered and the 18-year-old was taken into custody, Jackson said in a statement. Bates, a Ypsilanti native, was driving someone else's car Sunday when he was pulled over, his attorney Stephen Hanley said Monday. "That's why I hope people can allow him the presumption of innocence, reserve judgment for the facts become known," Haney said. "This was not his car, first and foremost." Bates cooperated during the traffic stop and arrest, Haney said. Haney said he does not know who owns the gun or the car. He is waiting on discovery material from Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office. "I'm still in the early process, Haney. Like any other citizen, he entitled to presumption of innocence." Bates, to me, might end up one of them sad stories on ESPN, basically saying what happened to this young man. Emoni Bates was a superstar. But see, we are in a society when so many people want the fame so quickly. The kid could have finished out his senior year. He could have let his body grow. This kid, he has a Kevin Durant type frame. You could have let him play with his senior year, a little bit more AAU basketball. But his parents, his father, those who want you to get to the NBA quick. And when he got to the University of Michigan at 17 years old, we're not talking about an old 17, but a young 17, he found out that he wasn't physically mature enough to play against these college players. So what happens to a young man who from the age of 6 to 17 has had nothing but success? And all of a sudden, failure is dropped on his plate. He loses confidence. And you could tell when Emoni Bates was on the floor playing for Memphis that he lost confidence. So what does Anthony Hardaway do? He puts him on the bench. And chaos ensues. Now he transfers out. He wants to go to the University of Eastern Michigan, which is in Ypsilanti, Michigan, his hometown, so he can get all the time he wants playing basketball. But what happens is that all the bad things in the neighborhood come around you. And Emoni Bates is not ready for that. Now the young man is caught up in a situation at the age of 18 with gun charges. Maybe it was in his car, maybe it was not. Maybe somebody else gun was in there. Maybe he can get off. But his career hasn't even started. And it seems like it's ending. Hopefully, this young man can get it back together. I hope he doesn't end up like the kid, I can't remember his name, down when LeBron James, him and LeBron James came out. And he was one of the top players, but he ended up wasting away. Lenny Cook. He ended up wasting away. I hope Emoni Bates doesn't become one of these players because of the family's greed, because people around him just couldn't wait to get him to the league. They couldn't be patient enough. So he ended up in a situation, a wrong situation. Emoni Bates would have been better off going to somewhere like Duke with Mike Krzyzewski. He would have been better off going to Kentucky with, I can't remember his name, because he would have got to the NBA. He would have got drafted. He would have got to the NBA. But now he's in a situation to where this kid may not make it. I pray to God he does. I hope he gets his life together. But this Emoni Bates story, it's not looking good. I want to thank you for listening to Black Spike Sports. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.